Welcome back to my channel, guys, and if you're new here, it's amazing to have you. And in this video we're going to cover the top 5 places that you should visit when you go to Tbilisi. Bear in mind they're in no particular order, so stick around to the end so you don't miss out on anything. So let's get started. One of the first things you should do when you arrive to Tbilisi is take a long walk around the city so you can really feel the Georgian culture. Walk through the narrow streets and back roads and explore the local cafes and restaurants it has to offer. Whilst you're exploring the city, check out the Leaning Clock Tower of Tbilisi. It's become really famous since Georgia has opened its doors to tourists, and it's become a famous Instagram location for people wanting to get that Insta-worthy photo. Whilst you're in town, head over to a place called the Peace Bridge. It's one of the many bridges in the city. A really funny story about this bridge is when we were in a taxi earlier today, the taxi driver said that it's not very peaceful because it's actually ruining the old school architecture of Georgia because it's quite modern. However, it's still worth heading down there and enjoying the views once you're on the bridge. Once you've finished walking around the city, I highly recommend checking out the Tbilisi waterfall. It's around a 15-minute walk from the centre of the city. It's also located in between the local houses and narrow walkways. I would recommend arriving as early as possible so you don't run into too many tourists, so you can get some nice photos whilst you're there. And also, just to mention, there is no cost to visit the waterfall. Whilst you're there, you might bump into a couple of happy guys that will ask you to have a dance with them. I highly recommend getting involved, but they will ask you to pay once the dance is over, so maybe just ask how much it is before doing so. Number 3, take a day trip to the small town of Kazbegi. When translated, it means the city of love, but there are many tour companies that will take you there. This is a town in the eastern region of Georgia. It's about 2 hours drive from the city, and it is really worth it for the stunning views that you will see once you arrive. Kazbegi is a popular tourist destination. The reason being is because it's based in Georgia's wine growing region, as well as its picturesque landscape, pastel houses and narrow cobblestone streets. They even have this absolutely stunning, almost I'd say like the Great Wall of China, but the Georgian version. You walk across it as I'm doing here, and the views that you see is absolutely beautiful. I'll also leave all the details for the tour company that we use down below in the description. Just a quick point, guys, YouTube apparently says that 80% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel, so if you are new here and are interested in up-to-date travel content, please consider subscribing with the button down below. But let's get straight back into the video. Number 4, when you're walking around town, there will be some of the locals trying to sell you a boat ride across the river that runs through the city. If you're looking for a cheap way to see the city along the river, I highly recommend taking them up on their offer. It only costs $5 for 30 minutes. You also get a free drink whilst on the boat, and you get to see the city with different perspective that is like no other. You will see waterfalls running through the river, as well as going under the Peace Bridge. And finally, number 5, whilst you're back in the city, head down to one of the most historic sites in Georgia. It's called the Chronicles of Georgia. Chronicles of Georgia was created in 1985, however until today they have still not finished the project and it is still ongoing. It consists of 16 pillars, each standing at 35 meters tall. To get here from the city, it shouldn't take you any longer than a 30-minute cab journey. Guys, just a little tip as well when you come to Georgia, if you do want to get public transport or any type of transport to get around the city, I highly recommend downloading an application called Bolt. It's basically the equivalent of Uber. That's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to know more about Tbilisi, I've made another vlog which is about 17 minutes long, which covers my whole trip from the beginning till the end. There'll be a link just up there, so do click on it if you want to check it out. And in the meantime guys, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.